Good morning, children. We will start session 10 on chapter Force and Laws of Motion. And this is the last session for this chapter. We will start with additional exercise, that is numericals on additional exercise. So, the second one, two persons managed to push a motor car of mass 1200 kg. So, mass of the motor car is 1200 kg at a uniform velocity along a level road. The same motor car can be pushed by three persons to produce an acceleration of 0.2 meters per second square. With what force does each person push the motor car? Now, assume, see, with what force? Now, such questions are a bit vague, children. Practically, it can't be applied. Now, for example, if I tell you that you have to push a motor car, three of you all, and all three should apply the same force, it will not be possible, right? How do you measure what force you are applying? But here, it is just an assumption to be understood. Assume that all person push the motor car with the same muscular force. Quite difficult to analyze it, but we have to just accept it as it is given in the sum. So mass of the motor car is given. Only two persons managed to push the car. Hence the acceleration required by the car is given by the third person alone. So because they have given two persons managed to push a motor car. The same motor car can be pushed by three persons to produce an acceleration of this much. So when the third person is involved here. So acceleration produced when the third person pushes doesn't matter. Consider that mass is given, acceleration is given. That's all. Next, then the force applied by the third person. Now that is what we have to see, that what is the force, individual force applied by the person here, and that is to be understood. All will apply the same muscular force. So simply I will say that see, this whole question is nothing but to find the force, children. They have just created and twisted the story and given third person, second person and all to just create some confusion. But the whole thing is, at the last, the agenda is to find force. That's all. Where mass is given, acceleration is given. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So mass is 1200 into 0.2. 12 2 is 24. 2400, point I put here, Newton. So force is equal to 240 Newton. Give the conclusion. Hence, now this is third person who has actually put the force. That means each person applies the force of 240 Newton. Understood now here? Now they are only asking us third person's force, but all three will apply same force. That is what the question is. Next one. A hammer of mass 500 grams, mass of the hammer is 500 grams, that is equal to 0.5 kg. Moving at 5 meters per second, velocity is 50 meters per second, strikes a nail. The nail stops the hammer in a very short time of the nail stops the hammer. I mean, it was actually moving with that velocity, it stops. B is equal to 0. Time is given as 0.01 second. What is the force of the nail on the hammer? Very simple now, children. You know U, V, T. For force you require acceleration. Directly also you can apply this formula like this. F is equal to m of v minus u by t you can apply, or first find acceleration directly. Anything, both are equally correct. V minus u by t. So v is 0 minus 50 divided by 0.01. So this is minus 50 00 divided by 1. Understood why I wrote this 00? I just multiplied to make it equal. So acceleration is minus 5000 meters per second square. Right? Next, force, what you have to find here. F is equal to ma. Mass is 0.5. Acceleration is 5000. So this is nothing but 5 5s are 25, 1, 2, 3, 1 point, which is nothing but minus 2500 Newton. So why do you think it is minus, children? Here the hammer strikes the nail with the force of minus 2500 Newton. Hence the force of the nail on the hammer is equal to the opposite force. Now see, the nail has to get struck inside. So what is the opposite force acting on it so that the nail has to go inside? It is the minus 25. That's what I told you. Whenever you have this minus sign, just give one line in the answer. Whatever is the question asked, just repeat it. That's all. The last one. Actually, the additional sums are quite simple than the exercise sums, right? Fourth one. A motor car of mass 1200 kg is moving along a straight line with a uniform velocity of 90 km per hour. So the whole thing should be done now. 90 into 5 by 18. So which is nothing but 18 ones are 18 5s are 25 meters per second. Then its velocity slowed down, v is equal to 18 kilometer per hour. That is 18 into 5 by 18, that is 5 meters per second. So, by an external force, calculate the acceleration. Calculate the change in momentum. Calculate the change in momentum. And also calculate the magnitude of force applied. Okay. So it's straightforwardly given everything what you have to find step by step. And we have the data also. So it is slowed down. So acceleration velocity started decreasing. So acceleration should be negative. That is the understanding part here. Let's find A first. A is equal to V minus U by T. So what is V? 5 minus 25 divided by, oh, time is not given. Yeah, in 4 seconds, correct. Time is equal to 4 seconds. 4. 25 minus 5 is minus 20 by 4. So acceleration is 4 ones are, 4 5s are minus 5 meters per second square. Acceleration is done. Now, change in momentum, what we have to find here is, what we have, negative sign indicates, not required, we understood. Since the velocity decreased, so we have A as minus. Change in momentum. Change in momentum is given by mv minus mu. That is, rate of change of momentum is given by mv minus mu divided by t. Rate is not asked. The rate is nothing but there, nothing but force. So m of v minus u. Mass is 1200. V minus u is 5 minus 25. So 1200 into minus 20. 12 twos are 24 00 minus kg meters per second. Change in momentum is minus 24 kg meters per second. Last, force is equal to mass into acceleration. What is mass? 1200. What is acceleration? Minus 5. 12 5s are 60. Give the concluding answer for everything. Change in negative sign indicates that retardation, that is decrease in momentum, that is nothing but a retarding force. So everything is slowing down here since the velocity decreased with respect to time, right? So with this we complete the chapter, we complete the numericals on chapter force and laws of motion. As I have told you that I will be also doing the numericals based on each matter around the sphere, 2 numericals that will be done along with the next chapter what I start.